welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name's Alison A. Andrews. I am a romance author based in Brisbane, Australia, and this is the second episode of my YouTube series, Life of an Indie Romance Author. So I do write under a second pen name. I've got Antoinette W May, and I thought I'd just give a little bit of a background of who I am for those who are new to me. I assume most people watching this at the moment are people who already know my story, but this might be news for some of you. So I started writing in 2023. I released my first book in July 2023, and it was a paranormal romance called Illusions. It was the first book in the Order of the Dragon trilogy, and that's now a completed trilogy. In the beginning of 2024, I was unfortunately diagnosed with breast cancer and went through treatment. I had a double mastectomy, I had chemo, I had radiation, I had the full cancer treatment. So I am currently off work. I did go back to work for a year, but the ongoing treatment side of things to ensure that I don't get cancer again have meant that it's very difficult for me to be able to do my corporate job that I used to do. It's quite a stressful job, and unfortunately, just with the insomnia and everything that's related to the medication that I'm on, I just am unable to focus at present. So for the time being, I am a full-time author while I'm on medical leave, but I'm also coming off of the back of some of the worst writer's block that I've ever had. So at the beginning of this year, just to add to the last couple of years, my father passed away. So I think it just kind of brought everything to a head. And the past couple of months, I've just been focusing on getting my mental health back on track. And I ended up discovering crocheting, which has now become a second business of mine that I run alongside of the author side of things. I specialize in bookish related crochet merch, but I have been getting commissions for other stuff as well. And yeah, so on this channel, you'll see mostly the writing side of my life, but you will see some of the crochet stuff as well. A lot of the stuff that I crochet is considered not safe for work. I might show a couple of the things on the videos, but it's mostly the stuff I'll show is mostly like the cats and the dragons and all that sort of thing. So, but that's not my bestsellers. My bestsellers are the crochet phallic symbols. So on today's episode, it will be focusing on like what's been happening with me this week. On the weekend just past, it was my birthday, so I had a day off of everything on the Saturday. But then on the Sunday, I attended a book signing for one of my friends who's just released the final book in her Datura Chronicles, which is an urban fantasy romance. It's romantic elements. I'm not sure that it's full-blown romance. And then tomorrow is the release of my latest book under the Antoinette W May brand, which is Rush, which is a masked man, billionaire motorcycle romance. So that series, the Dark Desire series under Antoinette W May, is my best-selling series at bookstores. It just flies off the shelves. It flies off the table when I'm at signings. But I do have a lot of trouble getting eyes on it online because it is a little bit racier. But under my Alison brand, my hockey romances are my most popular ones. It's just, and it was before Heated Rivalry, but it did become more popular after the success of that series. But yeah, so basically today, what I'm going to be doing is getting prepared for tomorrow's release and the release on the weekend when I've got my own signing at a bookstore, which you'll see on the channel as well. So you'll get to see a little bit of what goes on behind the scenes before we show up and sign books. I've got an order of books that came through, so it'll be going through. I need to sign all of those. I've got some accounting that I need to do. Just the stuff that you don't realize that goes on in the life of an indie author. It's a bit different for traditionally published authors. They don't have to focus so much on the business side of things. They have to market just as much as we do. But yeah, there's a lot more behind the scenes stuff that goes on that's not writing related for indie authors. So yeah, this is just to give you a little bit of an idea, maybe if you're thinking about releasing your own books, or if you just want to get an idea of what it's like on the other side of the page. Yeah, So just follow along and you'll get to see some fun things. You'll get to understand why marketing is the bane of our existence. And yeah, just little things like that. And I may have little guests that come along. My cats tend to get involved. I am a mother as well and a wife, but my child and husband probably will not feature on the channel. My child definitely will not be on the channel, but my husband may. You may see him in the background occasionally. But yeah, so although I am a full-time author, there is a lot more in my life than the writing. And sometimes you might see that side of things as well. Okay. But for now, enjoy. So this is all the books that I need to sign. And I've got the most of Rush because that's my latest release that comes out tomorrow. I'm hoping that I'm going to have enough stock at this signing on the weekend. But yeah, so this is my contemporary romances. These are my first series here. And then we've got my hockey romances, which is the ongoing series. And then we've got the Dark Desire series that's all under Antoinette. So those are my most popular books when I'm at bookstores and so on. But yeah, these ones are the ones that I'm most well known for. So yeah, come along while I sign all these bad boys. So these are all now signed and I'll be putting them into a box, but what's happening now is that I'll be putting the matching bookmarks in with them. So I'll show you how I do all of that because whenever I sell a signed copy, I make sure that there's a matching bookmark that goes with the book and I'll show you how I store them and stuff. So here I have this handy little box and I think it's from Kmart. It's supposed to be photo storage, but I use it to keep all my artwork and bookmarks in it for each book. So some of them are for multiple boxes are for one book, depending on how many things I've got in stock. But yeah, so this is where I keep like bookmarks are in there. That's got the artwork for one of them, but then it's also got another container for more artwork. So when people buy books from me that have been sent direct to bookstores, they get bonus artwork with as well, but they can also buy the artwork and sticker packs on my website. So yeah, I'll be going through now and putting all of these bookmarks into these books.